Ruby Bridges is a girl who changed the world as we know it.
Ruby Bridges, one of 4, was the first ever black person to go to an all-white school, thus breaking the loop of racism. People protested outside of William Frantz Elementary School, wishing death upon a 6-year-old who just wanted a good education. Ruby did not ride the bus like kids today. She had to be taken by 2 security guards to remain safe.
As you can see, Ruby Bridges has had a difficult childhood, but even through everything, Ruby still stays strong. Ruby has inspired people all over the world, white and black.
I had already attended school for kindergarten and a couple of months of first grade. So this wasn't like my first day of school. But this was my first day, attending an integrated school, supposedly. And I say supposedly because the minute I got inside of the building, parents rushed in and they took their kids out. So I actually attended this all-white school alone for a whole year. So this woman came from Boston to teach me, and it was just her and I for the whole year in an empty school building and in an empty class. I turned the corner in front of my new school. There were lots of people standing out in front, and they were protesters. I didn't realize that. I thought I'd stumbled onto a Mardi Gras parade. So that's important for me to point out because I want people to understand that, what was going on in my mind at 6 years old is probably the exact same thing that would go on in the minds of all of our 6-year-old kids.
You might have heard that with the God she believes in, she prayed among the people for forgiveness. This just proves that Ruby is a kind-hearted person who, even though went through so much, she wanted them to be forgiven.
Throughout the years, Ruby grew famous and decided to write. She ended up with 4 books she wrote herself, the first one being Throughout My Eyes in 1999. She wrote her second one, Let's Read About Ruby Bridges, in 2003. Her third one, Ruby Bridges Goes to School, in 2009. Her fourth and last book, This Is Your Time, in 2020. Ruby Bridges changed the world in many ways, and has even collected awards in the past for her accomplishments.
Now it is our turn to save the world.